Well, it is National Bicycle Safety Month, and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety is hosting the first ever Capital to Coast campaign. One of the stops for the campaign was in Macon. 41 NBC's ARIEL Schiller reports.
Bike Walk Macon, along with the Governor's Office of Highway Safety and local law enforcement, all came together to make sure people are educated on bike safety for cyclists and drivers alike. The Capital to Coast campaign is this week. The tour stops in 5 different Georgia cities, and Macon was on the list for Wednesday. Jimmy Sumner is the Deputy Director for the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. He says the goal of the campaign is to promote bike safety.
This is really something that we should practice every day of every year. Our goal at Governor's Office of Highway Safety is reduce crashes, injuries, and fatalities on our roadways, and this is just one of the things that we unfortunately lose great Georgians to, and that is bicycle crashes.
According to the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, 846 cyclists were killed across the U.S. in 2019. 20 of those deaths happened in Georgia. Preliminary data from the Georgia Department of Transportation shows cyclist fatalities increased to 28 last year. Part of the event had an escorted bike ride through Macon. Sumner says they hope to educate people on bike safety.
We share the roads with a lot of things out here, pedestrians and bicycles, scooters, and all these things. So we're just trying to bring awareness to bicycles and safety.
Bike Walk Macon Executive Director Rachel Umana says there are many grassroots initiatives in the city to improve pedestrian and bike safety. She says this event not only shows the state takes bike safety seriously, but Macon does too. There are many free events Bike Walk Macon hosts to get people comfortable with biking and walking on local streets. They also work with local and state governments to get funding and policies to improve the infrastructure of local streets. They also help educate people about bike safety.
Just getting out with people, sharing those really basic things about how to bike safely, how to communicate with people you're riding with, and also car drivers, and just how to be predictable so that when you are biking on your own, you're not biking in a group, you can do it confidently and safely.
Umana says bicyclists should ride predictably, follow traffic laws, and make sure you're visible to others. She says drivers are required by law to give 3 feet of space to cyclists on the road.
A bicyclist has every right to be on the road just as much as a car, so that we should treat bicyclists as we would as any other vehicle that's on the street.
In Macon, ARIEL Schiller, 41 NBC News.
And Bike Walk Macon will host several events this month for Bike Walk Month. You can go to their website for a calendar. You can also go to the Governor's Office of Highway Safety website for more information on bike and pedestrian safety. Well, new leadership hopes to bring national park status to the Ocmulgee Mountains National Historical Park soon. They're calling on state senators and congressmen to help make it happen. 41 NBC's Peyton Lewis met the new staff and has more on future plans for the park.
Chris Sheridan says his love for the Ocmulgee runs deeper than the river.
I've been coming here all my life. After school, I would walk down to the river and just enjoy it, pick blackberries.
And he gets to continue showing his love as the new chair of the Ocmulgee National Park and Preserve Initiative. Sheridan says it makes him happy to be a part of something bigger than himself.
It's just a continuation of making this community a better place. When you walk that trail and you see people, might be a tiny nod, might be a big hug, but you're going to connect. And it's those connections. The connections with people that lived here 17,000 years ago.
Mayor Pro Tem of Macon-Bibb County, Seth Clark, will work with Sheridan. Both are bringing new ideas, hoping it will help the park achieve official national park status. But first, they need your help to raise $1.2 million to match grants given to the Preserve Initiative for acquiring the rest of the land needed to complete the park. Clark says he hopes the community will invest in the park to maintain it for future generations.
I fly fish a lot. I hunt in the public land south of here, and I get to show my son how important it was to me. These lands raised me. My granddaddy taught me how to fish on this river.
A group of scientists have been studying the Ocmulgee corridor for more than 3 years to see if it meets the requirements to be a national park. The original plan was to take the scientists' findings before Congress, but Clark says he believes help from state senators could speed up the process.
We need the help of our congressional delegation, Senators Ossoff and Warnock, Congressman Scott and Bishop. We need you all to take this up as your cause.
In Macon, Peyton Lewis, 41 NBC News.
And the Ocmulgee National Park and Preserve Initiative said the national park status would bring more than 350 jobs, 1.1 million visitors to Macon, and provide a $26.7 million economic boost each year.